Hello again. Welcome to another episode of the Launch and Learn podcast. My name is Gifts Eleojo Michael. I am a content writer intern with Join Momentum, and with me I have another associate whose name is
Chaitaniya Salunke, and I'm a product manager intern in Join Momentum.
Yeah. Today we're going to be discussing with you soft skills that make you irresistible to employers. And we hope that at the end of it, you would learn a couple of things to imbibe into your routine as an employee. So over the years, we've observed that many times people tend to think, oh, that their degrees, the certificate they've bagged over the years, the experiences they've garnered would do the trick, would serve whatever purpose they need them to serve in the labor system. However, we've also learned in the process that when push comes to shove in that organization, in that company, no matter how important your degree or the university, the institution you came out from is, there are certain skills that sets you apart, certain skills that keep you at the table. And so Chaitaniya and I pulled some of these skills together, and we're going to be talking about them extensively. I think Chaitanya would like to go first. Yeah?
Yeah, sure. So we're talking about the soft skills. So soft skills are basically your personal and interpersonal qualities. Things like communication, teamwork, adaptability. These are some of the soft skills which we'll be talking today. And basically the stuff that affects you, how you work with others. So unlike the hard skills, they are not about what software you can use or what you studied. They are more about how you carry yourself and collaborate. So we can start with the first soft skills that we can start is with the communication. So basically, communication, this one is huge, as being able to explain your thoughts clearly, listen actively, and write good emails. This comes under communication, and this is a very crucial part in what we can say in the soft skills, which are very much needed and which the employers are looking out. So what are your thoughts on this thing about the communication? Could you elaborate a little bit?
Yeah, same thing. Communication plays a huge role. It's very, very important. I mean, no employer wants to give you a task, and maybe you face a couple of blockers in the way and you cannot express yourself. Sometimes, and in this particular kind of soft skill, our background, our way of upbringing really comes to play. If you grew up in a setting where you always had to keep to yourself, you always had to find a way around everything all by yourself, then you would really have to unlearn that, because now you work in an organization that for a particular project to be executed, they need about 20 people on it. And then at some point in the middle of executing this project is you. But then because you're always a one-man kind of person, you want to figure it out by yourself, you don't ask for help or you don't communicate to the other team members. That's going to, cause a slack in everything. And nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants a situation where they cannot relate with other members. And so communication is, I would like to say, the most important soft skill every employee should have. So yeah, I am with you on that one. Also, another soft skill I think employees should also learn to have is resourcefulness. Resourcefulness. Like Chaitanya said during for the communication soft skill, while that is that, you have to express yourself, you have to be able to communicate with others. Another thing is resourcefulness. When you are resourceful, it makes it easy for you to communicate. When you're given a task and there are a lot of things needed for it, as a resourceful person, it's easy for you to just go out and do your research so that when you're communicating to whoever you're communicating to, they would understand that you've done your homework, right?
Yeah.
They would understand that you've done your homework. Okay, you've done a lot of things. You've researched on this, you've done that. And so now when they are helping you after you've communicated to them, it's easy for them to meet you right in the middle. But you're not just, when you're given a task and you just sit back, it doesn't really help. Employers want people who can think outside the box, people who can, you know, jump
Yeah.
at a project and just do certain things. I mean, sometimes they come up with tasks and we don't even know what is required of us. But then somebody else thinks outside the box and thinks, oh, we should do this, we should think about this, we should cover this. And then when we're having the pitch deck or whatever, you just come in and you present it and say, oh, while we were doing this, I thought about this and I thought we should cover this, we should look this up. You know, it's that secures you a spot at the table. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because like resourcefulness, it's your ability to find quick and clear ways to overcome challenges. So,
Yeah.
resourcefulness is always a good thought. Like because if you do a research in something and we are good to go with that, so it helps us to better communicate and as well because we have the basic idea behind it and everything. So, resourceful people don't just freeze up because they have everything in mind. They have the study going on with everything and they figure things out. So, in fast moving industries or unpredictable work environments, being resourceful makes you a very much what we can say you are dependable to go to person so people can come to you because you have done some research behind that and everything. So it
Of
shows
course.
your initiative, your critical thinking and independence all in one. So that is a very great soft skill which you will be needing in the industry.
Have you had any experience with
Basically,
this
yeah, like
particular soft skill?
yeah, before I was doing an internship where I was like I was basically a part of a team where I used to design and simulate a car which we needed to build. So to build a car, you obviously have to know the basic knowledge and everything. You have to do your research and you need to have the resources back in mind so you can communicate clearly to the team and everyone. So yeah, that time basically that helped me a lot. That resources which I gathered or which were there with me, which I studied, that helped me a lot to communicate betterly with my other associates or employees so that we can finish our work in time, given time. So that was my experience for that thing.
Well, I also have an experience. I think recently I had to undergo a trial period with a particular role that I had applied for some time ago, and it just landed on my laps out of nowhere. Somebody just came to my DM and said,
Okay,
"Oh, can you
yeah,
do this? I want you to do this for this particular person, and I think you can do it." And I mean, this person already has they already put me on a
yeah,
pedestal, so bringing giving them the impression that I won't be able to do the job was actually a no-no. So you can imagine
yeah.
having to take up a
That's true.
role. So being
Yeah,
that I didn't want to ask so many questions, so it doesn't give away the fact that I didn't have experience in this
yeah,
particular thing. And so I took it up. In the course of doing the job, I found out that it demanded a lot of hard skills. I needed to do a lot of designs. I needed to do a lot of research. I had not done anything like it before. But then again, I couldn't go back to tell the person, oh, I found out that I had to do this, but now I don't know how to do it. So maybe you should find somebody else.
yeah,
And so it took me
yeah,
nights with no sleepless night. I had to stay up a couple of nights to do it. I had to do a lot of research. And this particular role demanded I had to be in constant communication with the person. But at the same time, the person said, I am too busy. I won't be able to respond to your questions. So I need you to just be proactive, to just do this yourself. And I was literally everywhere on the person's socials. I had to find out a lot of things. And by the time I was done putting everything together, I sent it to the person and they were so impressed. And that gave me a spot. I mean, they didn't know me from anywhere. They didn't have my CV or if I was even qualified. But that trial period, I was able to prove to them that I could be resourceful. Whatever they wanted me to do, I could actually go down the rabbit hole, no matter how deep it was. And I was going to find anything they wanted me
yeah,
to do. And yeah, secured me a spot. So, guys, I think we all understand that being resourceful is one soft skill that your employer would be really grateful you have. So maybe you should have so many tabs open, keep those tabs open, and just keep finding out things that
yeah,
your employer that will make your employer keep you
yeah.
around for a very long
That's true.
time.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
so, so
That
yeah,
yeah, that
yeah,
was
Chaitanya, you
yeah,
have
that
something to
was all
say.
for the resourcefulness. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was for
that.
the second, which was the resourcefulness. Now we will be going to the next soft skills. I think so. We'll go to the adaptability, which
Mhm.
we can say is the comfort with change. We say to the adaptability like new tools, team shifts. Like we have to be adaptable to all the other environments which we'll be facing in the industry. Like to go in a new team and to survive there and to give your 100% in that team, or you can get any sudden deadlines at the moment. So if you're working, so you can get any sudden deadlines like in a week or in 2 days or 3 days. So you have to be adaptable to that thing and you need to work according to it. Giving an example of this is like pivoting during your project change. Like if there is a big project change during your current phase, so that must be, you should be adaptable to take the new project in hand and work and give you 100% to it. I think so. So
Yeah.
adaptability is very important in the industry, as the employer sees this soft skills to be a very crucial part of your journey. I think so.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, a lot of startups are sprouting, and
Yeah.
if you've had to function as an employee in an organization that had lots of departments and lots of people to do a lot of things, and then you transition into a startup, then you really have to adapt because you know that it's a startup, it's fast paced. They have not so many hands like they used to, and so you have to, you know, what do they call it now? Work under pressure. So you have to be able to adapt
Yeah.
to work under pressure sometimes. It's not exactly advisable, but then there are times in an organization where when they expect employees to be able to read the room and act accordingly. So you really have to adapt. You just have to adapt. So yeah, I'm with you on that, Chaitanya. Adaptability plays a
Yeah,
huge role. I mean, imagine being in an
that's true.
organization where you only met once in a week and then you transition to an organization where you have to meet like 5 times a day.
Yeah.
You can't you can't
I get
actually
it.
escape that and say, oh, I don't know how to function here. I only meet once. I don't understand. The meetings are so much. The first month, your excuses can work. The second month, maybe, but by the third month, I mean, you just have to adjust. So, yeah, being able to adapt gives your employers the mindset, the idea that you are really ready to learn. So, adaptability, please, guys, get that, have that jotted down in your notes to be able to shape shift when the need arises. So, do we have another one? Do we have another one? Chaitanya seems like he has so much. He has a lot of soft skills he already had planned, but
Yeah.
somehow he has a
I've
lot of
planned,
that.
but
So,
I think so. Before that, we can take a short break and we can
okay.
talk. We can discuss the remaining soft skills in the next session.
Dr. Bennett Omalu, Revelation Beyond the Morgue. Born in 1968 in Nakwa, Anambra State, Nigeria, Dr. Bennett Omalu trained at the University of Nigeria in Nsukka before emigrating to the U.S., where he earned his Master's in Forensic Pathology Board certification. As a coroner's assistant in Pittsburgh, Omalu conducted an autopsy on former NFL star Mike Webster, and in 2002, published the first pathological identification of chronic traumatic encephalopathy, CTE, a progressive brain disease afflicting athletes with repeated head injuries. Despite pushback from powerful sports organizations, Omalu's relentless research, later expanded upon by others, sparked an international reckoning over sports safety. His work prompted the NFL to reform concussion protocols and inspired increased awareness around head injury across contact sports globally. His journey and findings are immortalized in the 2015 film Concussion, where Will Smith portrays him. Dr. Omalu has authored numerous scientific papers, spoken before U.S. Congress, and co-founded the Concussion Legacy Foundation to advocate for brain health. He also founded the Bennett Omalu Pathology Museum in Nigeria to inspire future medical professionals. Today, Omalu's pursuit of truth underscores the intersection of science, activism, and public health. Dr. Omalu's scientific bravery resonated worldwide, protecting athletes and individuals alike and cementing his legacy as a global pioneer in brain injury awareness and forensic pathology.
Welcome to Join Momentum, where we're not just a company, but a community of digital innovators. At Join Momentum, our mission is simple yet powerful: to accelerate digital talents and business productivity through practical work experiences, trainee internships, and talent placement. We believe in the transformative power of hands-on experience and mentorship, so all our associates learn by doing, not just theories. Through these efforts, we build innovative products and solutions that address user needs and create value for our candidates, clients, and stakeholders. You can partner with us in our mission to accelerate digital talents and increase business productivity by working with us, hiring our talents, or investing in us. This is Join Momentum.
Tired of learning job skills from textbooks? Meet Job Simulator AI. We've built the first AI platform that lets you practice real jobs in a safe, virtual environment. It's like a flight simulator, but for careers. Practice real jobs, get real proof, build a portfolio of completed simulations, earn performance badges inspired by industry leaders, showcase verified skills to employers, get instant AI feedback on your progress. For educational institutions, be among the first schools and universities to give your students practical job experience before graduation. Limited early access spots available. For businesses, sponsor industry-specific simulations to showcase your brand, build a pipeline of practice-ready talent, connect with candidates who excel in your simulations, transform employee training and reduce onboarding time. For training providers, add hands-on practice to your existing courses, differentiate your offering with AI-powered simulations, give learners verifiable proof of practical skills, scale your training impact globally. For students and job seekers, stop wondering if you're ready for that dream job. Start practicing it today. Join our early access waitlist. Ready to revolutionize job training? Sign up for early access at www.jobsimulator.ai. The future of work is hands-on. Don't just learn it, leave it.
Now that we're back, let's continue. Another soft skill that I think every employee should have is teachability. You should be teachable. You should be able to take corrections. You should be able to take corrections. We all have our different backgrounds. Like I said before, we all have our different backgrounds. We're coming from different places, and a lot of times the things we think we know, you get to a particular world, a particular part of the world, and you realize that there's just so much to know and so little you know. And so being able to take corrections. I mean, when I decided I was going to be a content writer, I knew that there was a particular way to create content calendars. And at this time, when I started content writing, at this time I didn't know that there were softwares that could help creating content calendars easy. I didn't know that there were those. So I would normally create my content calendars on Google Docs, write them as if they were some kind of story or an essay. So I just create them, not even in a tabular form. And then along the way, I got to work with a particular firm, and I had to deal with a lot of brands. And so doing all the content calendars in one particular doc in Google Docs became overwhelming. I mean, having to name them and do this and do that. And then one Monday, my employer looked at me and said, I think you are having to juggle a lot of brands, so maybe we should work with Notion. That was the first time I'd ever heard of Notion. I didn't understand what it meant. But I couldn't tell my employer, oh, I don't know anything about Notion. How am I going to do that? But I think she got the hint, but she still didn't do anything about it. I had to do all of the things by myself. And so I went to Notion. I didn't understand the setup and everything. I just had to learn it on the job. And then I sent it to her, and she was like, I don't think I quite understand what you did here. So maybe we should get on a call and just fix this up. Get on a call and just fix this up. And a lot of things I did, it's not like they were entirely wrong per se, but there were other ways that she expected them to be done. And I didn't know this. I could have simply told her, well, maybe I should just stick to using Google Docs. It's easier for me that way because I understand Google Docs better. But she wanted me to use Notion, and I had to use Notion. Even if I knew what I wanted to do, I knew what I was doing. She wanted it to be a particular way, and I just had to act. I just had to do it. So, being teachable plays a huge role. Nobody wants to work with somebody who says, oh, my way is better. My way, I have used it, it's tested and proven, it's better. It's an organization. They've been doing it before you came. So if they think that they want it to be done this way, allow them do it that particular way, to the point where they see, okay, maybe we should use some other way, and then you can prefer your own idea. But at first, make sure that they perceive you as a teachable person. What do you think, Chaitaniya?
So basically I think so the same as you. I agree with you. So teachability is nothing but you need to be adapt, learn fast, and stay curious about the things. So examples of teachability in the work environment I would talk about is like when you get a feedback from your employees or your associates, you just say thank you, that's helpful, instead of getting offensive or that or instead of taking it as a defensive or talking back to them. So that should be in you, that you should take all the feedbacks and act according to it. So you can also ask some thoughtful questions and take notes during the training sessions and everything. That shows that how you are willing to learn and grow with your team, and how you are going to what we can say impact the company from your skills that you are showing there. And also, you don't know how to do something, like if you don't know how to do something or like that, so you can take the initiative to learn it and then you can apply it. So this shows your teachability skills very, very wisely. So, and the employers are also looking for such skills which are needed to be in the associates. So they are looking for. So that's the very big thing. So in the soft skills which we are looking right now.
Of course. I mean, we also need to put ourselves in people's shoes sometimes. I mean, if you have a nephew or a
People's
niece
shoes,
or a child, and you tell your child not to do a particular thing and they do it, you're not going to be happy about that, will you? You would have to scold them, you have to discipline them. So let's imagine our employers or our teammates we are just like nieces, nephews, or our younger ones to our teammates. Nobody wants somebody that they will tell, oh, do this, and instead of the person doing it, they just ghost them, or they talk back at them, or they don't take feedbacks and all that. So being teachable is very, very important. Chaitaniya, do you have another one for us? Another soft skill we should take on?
Sure. I think so. We'll talk about the another soft skills, that is time management. So time management is nothing but like meeting the deadlines, prioritize your work, and you need to stay productive in it. So employers value reliability and organization. So you need to be, what we can say, you need to manage your time accordingly. You need to manage your task, and you need to do all your tasks within the given deadline. So you can use calendars, you can use list or productivity apps to just track yourself from doing the task which you have been given. Or you can review your week ahead every Sunday, like what's going to be there in the next week, how you're going to do all the things, your daily activities and everything. So yeah, this is all comes under the time management which you will be doing. So nothing but just planning ahead of your time so that you never get stuck or you are never left behind anything, so that you can complete all your tasks in the given deadlines. Speaking of examples, like I have been doing projects since my bachelor's, so in that also we have been given a time frame. So we need to do our projects on or assignments in the given time period, in the given deadlines. So in that case, the time management plays a very crucial role, because you have to manage each and everything. You have to manage all the people you're working with, or you have to manage all the tasks. You have to just plan ahead what you're going to do next, what is the first step, and how you're going to just start. So everything comes under the time management. And I think so, from my point of view, that is a very crucial, because that helps you in finishing all the tasks which you have been given and meeting the deadlines. What are your
Yeah,
thoughts, Gifts?
I really want to throw all my support behind you, Chaitaniya, but I feel like you're calling me out because as writers, we tend to procrastinate a lot. As writers, we tend to procrastinate a lot. You give a writer a job, you give a writer a task to do, and you tell them, oh, I need it in 2 days by so time, and they are doing it an hour before when they're supposed to deliver it. It's just wild. It's just wild. I mean, if you're a writer and you are watching this podcast now, this is a call out. Please learn to manage time. When you're given a task, stick to it, deliver it as soon as possible. I mean, it is also a call out for me too. So yeah, time management is very important. Everybody wants to know that you respect their time, you respect when they give you a task, they respect deadlines. So yeah, time management works, and
Yeah, that's true.
I would have to learn that. This is a mental note to myself. Yeah, I have another soft skill, which is availability. Availability. Yeah, you might wonder
Yeah.
how would anyone be an employee and be unavailable? But we are humans, and humans are very, very skillful. We can come up
All
with
right.
ways
Yeah.
to be unavailable. Sometimes it could be as minute as missing a meeting, maybe so consistently from time to time. You miss a meeting today, 3 days later you miss a meeting again. And so during these meetings there might be tasks for you to take on, but once they notice there is a pattern, once your employers notice there is a pattern with you being unavailable in these meetings, it gives them an idea that you're not somebody to be trusted. They can't trust you. So even when there are tasks that they expect you, that they think, oh, this person is going to be the perfect person to do this job, right there in another tiny crevice of their mind, they are thinking, what's the possibility this person is even going to be available? And so once they have you, you might be their first option to take up that task, but then there is also a second option. And so when they pull up to the meeting and they don't find you, they just hand it over to somebody, and little by little, we're already ruining your reputation with your employers. And so when push comes to shove and the organization has to make a very important decision, you can guess who is going to whose neck is going to be on the chopping board. So you always have to be available, especially if you're a remote worker. I mean, remote work remote work is the best place to say, oh, you're not going to be available,
Yeah.
because you can easily turn off your phone. You can easily say, oh, I'm offline and all that, just but you can always make it work. So always give your employers the idea that they can trust you, they can always find you, they can always reach out to you and get prompt response. So yeah, I think availability is very important. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah, I think so the same, because availability is nothing but your presence which the employer is needing. So you need to be available for the for the employer, because they are hiring you because of some reason that you are available for the given time, or you can do the task and you are available for all the meetings. So that is what we can say, is that is the must. You should do it at any cost. So you need to be available for all the meetings or anything was what they are needing to, because that's what they are looking for, your availability. You are available all the time, because
Yeah.
there is some commitment given to the employer. So you need to manage that thing, and you need to be available for all the things which you have been given. So yeah, I think so that is a very crucial role as well. That is a soft skill which the employers are looking for.
Yeah. We can do a rundown of all the soft skills we've highlighted so far. We started with communication,
I think so. Yeah,
then
we started with the communication. Yeah,
then
then we went
we had
on
resourcefulness. We had resourcefulness, that is being able to come up with ideas.
sourcefulness. Then
Yes, come up with ideas, think,
yeah, yeah,
research.
yeah.
Yeah. Next we had adaptability. You
Then we
talked about
have
that.
adaptability.
Yeah, we talked about
Yeah,
adaptability, being able to shape shift
yeah.
when the need arises. We also talked about what's the other one you talked
Yeah,
about?
teaching
Uh,
fullness. I talked about time management. Time
yes,
management.
time management. Yes, time management, being able, especially writers.
Time
I am
management.
a
Yeah,
writer,
that was the
and I
soft
am
skills
telling
we.
every other writer out there, please
Yeah,
manage time. It's very important. We talked about time management. We also talked
yeah.
about we
That's
also talked
important.
about
Yeah,
yeah, we also talked about teachability, being able to take corrections, receive feedbacks, and take it
teachability.
as what they are.
Yeah,
Teachability, we just talked about availability. We also talked about availability. Always be available, especially within your work
availability.
hours.
Yeah,
Especially within your work hours. If your work hours says you are to work 9 to 5, Mondays to Friday, make sure that you are available. And if if there is an emergency, something keeping you away, sorry about that, something keeping you that's going to keep you away, just communicate to whoever is in charge, so they know that you have their best interest at heart, you value the work that's been done. So availability is very, very important. So Chaitanya, do you have any more skills for us, any more soft skill for us? I think I have one more, but yeah, let me.
I think so. We can go with the last from my side. That would be, I can say, is problem solving. So basically,
Yeah.
I'll talk about a problem solving, which is the, I can say, which is the most important thing which we are going to talk about. It is the ability to analyze the situation, identify the root cause of the situation, like of the problem, and how you act upon it, and you can come up with very effective solutions to that problem which you have been facing. So that comes under a problem solving technique, or which is a soft skills which you will be which you can build by just looking at the problem, by just thinking about it. So you can learn how you can solve a problem. So yeah, it just combines some logic, just creativity, and it needs your how it checks how you can make a decision. So it checks your decision making capability as well. So problems come up every time at the work. So it just matter of thing that how you look up to it, and how you what's your approach to that problem, and how you try to
Mhm.
solve it. So
Yeah.
that is the main thing which you will be doing, because problems are everywhere. You just need a view or a perspective just to solve it, and you can just go ahead with it as well. So problem solvers improve efficiency, as well as it reduces costs for the company as well, because if you're solving problems very easily, so that would not be a very challenging for the company as well. So yeah, it could also boost your confidence, because you feel more confident after solving a problem, so that you can go ahead
Yeah.
with your task and everything. You are not stuck up at one point. So yeah, that is what a problem solving is, and I think so that is very crucial for an employee to work upon, because yeah, we'll be facing problems at any time. So we
Yeah.
need to manage, and we need to have the perspective to solve them as well.
Of course,
What do
problem
you think?
solving. Like you said, I think it's also one of the important one of the important soft skills that every employee should have. Employers want to be able to look at their employees and think, oh, this person is an asset to my company. I can't let this person go. You're able to come up with ideas, come up with solutions to problems that arise, and like you said, reduce costs, reduce a lot of time wastage. So yeah, problem solving is very, very important. So as an employer, a remote worker, or you report to work physically, these soft skills are very, very important for you to have.
Yeah.
So these soft skills are very important. You should be able to communicate, express yourself. You have a task, and you at some point in the course of performing the task, you fall ill. You should be able to communicate and let them know so they can understand, oh, there is a reason this task is lagging behind. You should be teachable. They should be able to tell you, okay, I like this design, but I want this tweak to be made, irrespective of how good the design is, how perfect you think the design is. You should first accept their feedback, and then when the need arises, communicate to them what you think, what you did was better. And yeah, that way it's better. Nobody's resenting anybody for being not teachable. Yeah. Also, you should be able to adapt, shapeshift when the need arises, be able to adapt, be resourceful. When you're given a task, don't just wait. Binge on anything you have to binge on, look up, open as many tabs as possible, find out as many things you have to find out. If they are working on creating a software, look up competitor apps, competitor softwares, and find out why are these people thriving? Okay, this is what they do. This is how we can bring it into our own software that we're developing. Just be resourceful. Also manage time, because a lot of these projects that are done, they run on money. And sometimes
That's true.
these monies, the prices of these things increase the more time that is spent on it. So once you are able to help them manage time, it's easy to just say, oh, this person understands what we're doing here. This person values what we're doing here, values our vision, our mission, and is willing to run with us. So all the soft skills, problem solving, very important. Please, and please be able to come up with solutions, why you think this should work, why you think that should work. So I think that's basically everything from my end, except Chaitaniya has something else to say.
I think so. Yeah, that's okay from my end as well. So
Okay.
I think so we can just wrap up things.
All right. I think I
there's
had
nothing
lots
to
of
talk
fun
about.
doing this with you. It was so much fun doing this with Chaitaniya. Even though he called me out at some point.
Yeah. Same here. Hey, it was fun doing with you as well.
I loved doing this with you, and I hope that I get to be paired with you some other time to do this. So this brings us
Yeah,
to
sure,
the
definitely.
end.
Definitely.
All right then. I hope everybody's listening. We're coming back again, so look out for us. Yeah. This brings us to the end.
Yeah, thank you for listening to us, guys. Thank you.
Please, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And see you some other time. We're wrapping up this episode of the Launch and Learn podcast. See you some other time, and bye.
Welcome to Join Momentum, where we're not just a company, but a community of digital innovators. At Join Momentum, our mission is simple yet powerful: to accelerate digital talents and business productivity through practical work experiences, trainee internships, and talent placement. We believe in the transformative power of hands-on experience and mentorship, so all our associates learn by doing, not just theories. Through these efforts, we build innovative products and solutions that address user needs and create value for our candidates, clients, and stakeholders. You can partner with us in our mission to accelerate digital talents and increase business productivity by working with us, hiring our talents, or investing in us. This is Join Momentum.
Tired of learning job skills from textbooks? Meet Job Simulator AI. We've built the first AI platform that lets you practice real jobs in a safe, virtual environment. It's like a flight simulator, but for careers. Practice real jobs, get real proof, build a portfolio of completed simulations, earn performance badges inspired by industry leaders, showcase verified skills to employers, get instant AI feedback on your progress. For educational institutions, be among the first schools and universities to give your students practical job experience before graduation. Limited early access spots available. For businesses, sponsor industry-specific simulations to showcase your brand, build a pipeline of practice-ready talent, connect with candidates who excel in your simulations, transform employee training and reduce onboarding time. For training providers, add hands-on practice to your existing courses, differentiate your offering with AI-powered simulations, give learners verifiable proof of practical skills, scale your training impact globally. For students and job seekers, stop wondering if you're ready for that dream job. Start practicing it today. Join our early access waitlist. Ready to revolutionize job training? Sign up for early access at www.jobsimulator.ai. The future of work is hands-on. Don't just learn it, leave it.